Last week we saw an absolute classic at Stafford Motor Speedway. Fantastic short track racing, but Jack Haas ended up getting his first win of the season after dominating fashion. This week we head down south to Langley Speedway for the first time ever on the channel, and this track is gonna be fun. It might be flatter than Stafford, but it will have some multi-group racing nevertheless. It is race 4 of the season. The halfway point of the Season 2 East Series Championship kicks off here tonight for the DXC Technology 200 at Langley Speedway. What's up everyone, it's your boy NR 2003 aka Nathan Stapleton here, and welcome to Langley Speedway. This has been one of the tracks I'm looking forward to, one of the new tracks on this series this year, and you guys will see why. This track is flatter than Stafford, but it is kind of similar to Stafford, but it is multi-group racing, so it's going to be a lot of fun here tonight for race 4 already. It's going to be a lot of fun with the racing, and it's going to be a lot of fun trying to keep track of the very tight championship battle. It's almost like we didn't even start the season with how tight the points are still, but that's what this East Series is starting to live up to its name. Last season it was like this, and once again it's starting the same way. I got Bronson back up in the booth once again for this one, and Bronson, we've both been looking forward to this one for a hot minute. Welcome to Langley Speedway for the East Series.
Thanks for having me back up in the booth. Hello everybody, welcome to Langley Speedway, and as you were saying, with the immensely tight points battle that we have going on with Derek Hamill, Bradley Ream, and Nicholas Amadeo, top 3 going into Langley, what better a place to have this championship battle than Langley? Short track, close quarter racing, and we are bound to see some absolute classic short track racing.
Oh yeah, without doubt, this track you will see some 2 wide, maybe even 3 wide racing. The inside lane works, the outside lane works. These guys will be bing and bang, trying to clear themselves. Typical short track racing here, and it's going to be very interesting on what ends up happening. Not only for the race, but also for the championship. With how tight the points are, the top 7 are literally separated by 7 points still. How do you think that's going to play out here tonight at Langley?
Especially as the viewers will see here in a moment with where the different championship contenders place here on the starting grid, it's going to definitely be very interesting to see how the first stint of this race goes, with some being in the back, the middle, and we only have a handful up front. So I think that's definitely going to give opportunities for the non-championship contenders to make some noise here at Langley while they still can. After today, we reached the halfway point of the season. There is not much season left here, Nathan, so they have to do something while they still can.
Oh yeah, without doubt. But with that being said, here is the point standings, the very tight point standings here for the East Series. Derek Hamill is now the new points leader by 3 points over Bradley Ream. Nicholas Amadeo and Kasumi Takashi are tied for 3rd, -4. Last week's winner Jack Haas is in 5th, -5. Matthew Burnett is in 6th, -6. And Brianna Beal is in 7th, -7. That's the type of numbers that you see after race 1 of the season, not after race 3. Incredible stuff so far. Felix Mena is in 8th, -11. Austin Scott is in 9th, -13. And Trey White, who starts 30th today, is in 10th, -16. It's very, very tight. And we'll see what ends up happening here at Langley Speedway. On the pole is Ronald Kennington, I should say, who's been very strong in the main ALCA series, but not been the same thing here in the East Series this season. And alongside him is the number 06 of Skylar Taylor. Row number 2 is Trey White, and the number 6 of Will Parrish. Row number 3 is the number 20 of Matthew Burnett, and the 15 of the point leader, Derek Hamill. Row number 3 is the number 97 of Felix Mena, and the 48 of Jordan Stout. And rounding out the top 10 is the number 11 of Jack Haas, last week's winner, and number 30 of Bradley Ream. Well, Bronson, this is a short track, as much as say short track as you can get. How do you think this is going to go for 50 laps around Langley?
50 laps, I think we're going to see some amazing short track racing, very small track, completely flat in the corners. There's almost no banking up there, if any. So I think we're definitely going to see some bumping and banging for my pick of the race. Ooh, I'm not sure, but I kind of want to go Kennington. He showed some speed this season, and I know 14th in the standings. He needs to make some noise. Why not here at Langley? Perfect place to do it, Nathan.
We'll see what the poster can do. First time ever at Langley, and we got green flag racing Kennington and Taylor released to the green. This is a fairly short track. Not sure on the entire length, but it is a fairly quick short track. And it is Ron Kennington, lead lap number 1, got past Taylor on the inside lane. And we'll see what ends up happening all night long, but based on the testing, it is multi-groove here at Langley. And Trey White trying to take that third spot away from Will Parrish, but Parrish trying that second lane, is trying to fight back, but it looks like Trey White has the advantage here on lap number 3.
Skylar Taylor did a nice job clearing themselves off of Trey Wright. Some contact made with the 31 there, trying to get to P number 2. But everybody behind Trey Wright in this battle with Skylar Taylor, they're still side by side. There's a bunch of side by side battle. But meanwhile, in P number 1, it is Ronald Kennington in the 69 who is checked out into turn number 1 already. But now we have battle between Burnett. Some contact. He's gonna slide up. We're gonna see some 3 wide. That's the number 6, I believe, of Will Parrish there, stuck on the outside. Burnett's going to clear this battle. He's going to get himself set up between this 31 battle. Now that's still the 97 of Felix Mauer there battling with Will Parrish, still going on to the backstretch.
Trey White trying to take second, going to do a slide job entering turn 3 and made it to the inside of Burnett. But Burnett doing a good job winning that second lane. Oh, but Hamill's going to try and get to the inside of the 97. 97 is going to want to get clear for now. Hamill trying to send it in 3 and 4. Trey White sends it and takes that second spot away. Jack Haas is in the wall in the back. All kinds of racing here, all over the freaking place here at Langley Speedway. Made it to the inside of Burnett. Still trying to get the job done. When I said that we will see some supplies and multi-groove racing, I meant it this track. I think it has a history in real life to be kind of multi-groove in its own right, and we are seeing that here tonight.
Yeah, between Kennington and the 31 there of Trey Wright has closed in significantly, and now that's going to be the 06 of Skylar Taylor and the 31 of Trey Wright trying to close in on the 69 of Kennington. See if they can challenge for this lead here. Mars sending it very deep into Burnett. And then Burnett's going to get stuck up at the outside going into turn number 1. That's going to be the 15 of Derek Hamill, points leader. That did not take him very long to get up here in this top 5 battle. But now it's Taylor into the inside of Wright. They're going to be side by side going to turn number 1, excuse me. And that was Burnett up the track a lot. And now he's gonna have to battle himself to get around Derek Hamill going into turn number 3, Nathan.
I think last time by Hamill and Burnett teammates might have gone into each other a little bit. Oh my goodness, we are looking in the back.
Oh, it's Jack Haas.
Last week's winner, Jack Haas, is destroyed. And number 48 of Jordan Stout as well.
That's big. Even though that Haas wasn't really up there, well, he's 5th in points, made up 6 spots after that win. That's definitely going to put him right back where he was before that Stafford win.
We've seen that a lot this season between all 3 series. A lot of up and down. And one week you win, one week you flip, one week you win, one week you get involved in an early spin. That's been the type of the season a handful of drivers have had in all 3 series. And unfortunately, one of those drivers that have been victim to that has been Jack Haas. He flipped at Dover, won at Stafford, and now he gets involved in an early spin here. Really crazy early stint here at Langley Speedway, and that's only the first 15 laps. We still got about 35 laps to go. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get a look and see of what happened to Jack Haas off of turn number 4. Here we go, and in turn 3 and 4, Jordan Stout tried doing a crazy slide job on Jack Haas and Riemann that clearly didn't work. And this is going to spin for number 11 and the 48 around. And this is a real instance of a flip, but once again Jack Haas just hits the wall hard enough for him to flip on over. Only does one flip, should be able to keep on going. But that is absolutely crazy for that number 11. He flipped wildly at Dover 1 last week at Stafford, and now flips again here at Langley. And a tough break for Jordan Stout. He's been very consistent in the ARCA series, but not the same in the East Series like Ron Kennington. A tough break for both of those drivers here early on at Langley Speedway.
Alright, taking a look with Jack Haas here going down the backstretch, battling with Stout for quite some time. He just slides up, move was never going to make, and up and over goes Jack Haas yet again. And I'm starting to think, Nathan, that they might as well just put sponsorship on the bottom of that car. I don't see the point in putting it, where it's supposed to be. But tough luck for Jack Haas very early on here in this ARCA season, just ARCA in general, just a very tough start to this man's season.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. It's not been good in main ARCA, it's not been good here in the East Series. And it's unfortunate because he had a pretty good season as a owner in the JBL Cup Series this year. But it's not going to be going here. And actually, that's ironic because Jordan Stout is the new driver for the 23 next season. So he got wrecked by his future driver. That's going to be interesting, to say the least.
Be interesting in the team meeting.
Oh yeah, that might be interesting. Might have to offer Jack Haas at McDonald's in return for that one. So tough play right there, but it will be Ron Kennington as the race leader. And let's go ahead and get back to the restart after the early caution at Langley Speedway. Welcome back to Langley Speedway. There's just under a 0.4 of a mile short track. I mentioned it was fairly short, and it is. Unfortunately, Jack Haas is out, and unfortunately, Austin Scott blew up under caution, and he is now out. So we have 16 cars left, and it will be Ron Kennington, Skylar Taylor, Trey Wright, Felix Mayer, and Derek Hamill, the top 5. And we will go back green on that number 19 of 50. Not even halfway through this one, and we are back green at Langley, and a great jump from Ronald Kennington.
Shot out of a cannon. Taylor gets pushed up the track by Trey Wright. Wright's going to try and get the corner into the inside of Taylor. Nothing done there. Side by side between Hamill there on the inside and Marr there in the 97 there. He's going to get cleared. No, he's not. Hamill's back at it going into turn number 1. And here goes Trey Wright trying to take a move, trying to take a peek to the inside of Skylar Taylor. Going to try and slide it in. Taylor running that middle line, kind of. Sort of, not really, but Wright's going to try regardless to get into that middle. And Trey Wright's going to go sliding up the racetrack. That's not going to give much opportunity to him to get around Skylar Taylor. But meanwhile, it is Derek Hamill who sends a massive slide job. So does the 6 there of Will Parrish, right in front of Matthew Burnett. They keep it all straight and all keep going. But meanwhile, it is Derek Hamill still trying to battle off this 97 off of turn number 2, going into turn number 3.
Slide job! Wow, this track is something else. We get slide jobs on an asphalt track here at Langley Speedway, and Hamill a aggressive move from the point leader, trying to keep his point lead intact. And right now he is in the 4th position. Trey White is in 3rd, Skylar Taylor is in 2nd, and Ron Kennington, this is starting to look a lot like Kansas for him. He got out front early on and he never looked back, and this time he started on pole and he has never looked back. 14th in points. He's saying, screw it, I'm going to get a win here today. And right now, 25 laps in, he's looking really good. Taylor runs way wide again. That might allow Trey White to catch up a little bit in 3 and 4. Mayer trying to get to the inside of Hamill. And now I think this is where it might be a little bit hard to get this inside lane to work. How about one is quietly inside the top 7 now. He's had a quiet season so far in the East Series, and he's doing a good job inside the top 8.
Burnett roughing up that number 17 there, William Ayers, side by side between top 3 right here. Well, minus Kennington. Kennington is pretty much checked out. Contact made with the 31, trying to nudge Taylor out of the way. He's like, no thank you, this is my spot. Up to P number 2, not quite, still side by side. But one of them has to concede pretty soon, or else Kennington's going to get up to his second lead, and that's going to spell danger for these two battling here. Is still within a second, but one of them has to concede, or else Kennington's just going to blast off, and that would be the end of that unless we get a caution. But still, it's Trey Wright trying to battle on that inside, doing everything he can, and Taylor's doing everything they can up on that outside, but you know, it's the outside. The inside is very much the preferred lane, but here comes Hamill behind them. Hamill's going to try and do something that he's going to try and pass these two, but meanwhile, it's going to be Trey Wright has the momentum off the corner, and he's going to try and clear going into turn number 1, and he's going to do just that up to P number 2, the 31, Trey Wright.
Trey Wright should be able to get that second spot finally, and he does. And now, can he be the guy to close in on Ronald Kennington? Now that he's gone past the 06, might be able to. 10th in the point standings, has 2 top 10s, but doesn't have a top 5 yet. Might get that first top 5 of the season here tonight. Hamill in 4th. I think it would be no question that he would be the point leader, since he is the point leader and he's one inside the top 5. However, guys like San Diego and Ream, they are deep in the field here. And this one, as Ream is roughing up the number 10 of local Dawn in the back. Beal is somewhat of one inside the top 10. And then Takashi is nowhere to really be found. So I think Hamill might have a pretty good night here tonight as far as the point standings is concerned. Taylor all over that bumper up to a right. These two are catching that number 98 now that they've gone single file. So it's not over yet. If they can stay single file and keep on closing in, then we might have a 3-car battle. But Taylor does not need to go side by side for second.
Yeah, but telling them to not go side by side is like telling trick-or-treaters to not go up to the doors and ask for candy. It's just not possible. They're race car drivers. It's in their instincts, but now the two of these battlers have kind of separated themselves. Trey Wright, P2's trying to chase down Kennington with whatever he has, but now the field is starting to separate, Nathan. If you've noticed, Kennington has a gap. Trey Wright is starting to grow that gap. Even Hamill is starting to grow that back behind him. Grow that gap, rather. Excuse me. It's after school, you know, words don't function, but they haven't functioned for quite some time. We see Brandon Beal trying to make an inside move, and he's going to do just that. Is that on Rogel-Dorn, I believe? Rogel-Dorn, excuse me. Dorn's going to go up the racetrack at the number 17. Brandon Beal's going to battle back. The number 1 of Takashi's back in here trying to hold on to his top 10 position, but the 18 of Sanadillo, he's trying to take a look here. Nothing made there. Still side by side between Takashi and Dorn.
A great battle between Beal to Takashi. Is Sanadillo, and then we got a battle between Dorn and Ream back here. Ream having a struggling night here tonight. Not good for second place in the point standings. And unfortunately, Sean Mullen is dead last. Unfortunately. 16 out of 16 that is left. And right now, we are already at less than 10 laps to go, 9 laps to go. And Trey Wright was catching up to that 69 of Kennington. And now he's starting to manage that gap, and it's staying the same. 9/10 last time by, and it's starting to grow again. It was as low as, I believe, 6 or 7 tenths. But now Kennington might have just been saving his stuff, and he's starting to pull away again. We might have a battle for the 6th position, or the 5th position while. It is the 20 of Burnett, who sits in the points. It is in side by side Fields Miller, who's 8th in the point standings. That's 3 wide in the back. Seems they'll trying something. Mr. Edge trying 3 wide. Oh boy, who knows? We might not be done yet. We might have a late race yellow if these guys keep on racing the way that they are in the back.
If they want a late race yellow, they got to bring it out now, because anything beyond this current lap, I believe the race would end under caution.
Oh, and we got spinner.
And that is not what Kennington wanted to see. I believe we are back under caution, and we are. The pace car is out, and the lead for Kennington has diminished.
What were you saying, Bronson?
Yep, I was about to get done. That if a late race yellow was going to come out, that is not what Kennington was going to see. That's not what he wanted to see, and look what has happened now. Wow.
Well,
this race has turned completely up on its head, much like Jack Haas, and now, what's going to happen now, Nathan?
Oh boy. Well, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the replay. It's a very short lap time, and we're gonna try our best to get a green white checker finish. Let's go ahead and take a look at the replay for the second caution of the night. Well, this is a moment we've not seen all night long. In 1 and 2, unfortunately, Will Parrish in the number 6 got tight in 1 and 2. And he's going to hit the outside wall just enough and go back down the racetrack into the 17 of William Ayers. Now, I was just mentioning having a very quiet, solid night. And, well, he gets turned all by himself by this number 6. And a great job from everyone else from avoiding this. These two were literally smack dab in the middle of the racetrack. Caused us to go all the way to the bottom or all the way to the top. But luckily, no one else got involved. But a tough break for Parrish and Ayers. And, well, Whiteman Boston was saying that they needed to crash if they wanted a late race restart. Well, they did. And unfortunately, Parrish was the victim of this one.
Will Parrish going into turn number 2 goes way wide, and once you know it, Will Parrish gets into William Ayers and just pops off the wall down into Ayers, and that is how we will get a late race caution, Nathan. Not what Kennington wanted to see. He was cruising home with over a second lead, and that is the result of how this race may shape out. Everything was going his way. The commentator curse was not taking effect until this.
Well, Kennington's dominated, but can he hang on to a late race restart? Kennington and White release back to the green, and let's get to a 2-lap shootout here at Langley Speedway. Welcome back to Langley Speedway. This race will be over in about 30 seconds. A 2-lap sprint to the finish, and it will come down to Juan Kennington, Trey White, and Skylar Taylor. A Ford, Chevy, and Toyota will lead us back to the restart. Who will win the DXC Technology 200 and race 4 of the season?
Oh, Kennington did not get a good start like he did last time, and Trey Wright's going to be right there. But Taylor's going to be right there as well. So is Hamill, the top 4 under the blanket. Kennington's going to get away, but can Trey Wright get him? Going into turn number 3, there he is. Trey Wright's going to send it deep. White flag coming off of turn number 4. It's going to be Kennington who takes it. But Trey Wright's going to try and defend with all of his might from Skylar Taylor and Derek Hamill behind. But off of turn number 2, it's going to be Ronald Kennington.
And Kennington's going to hang on barely. Kennington will win the DXC Technology 200. He had to hang on by the fin of his teeth. He didn't get a great restart that time, and Trey Wright did, but he just couldn't quite get there. And is Juan Kennington back and fit to the lane. His second win here in the 3 ARCA Series, one at Kansas and many ARCA, and now he wins here at Langley in the East Series. Great job from Kennington. And kind of like last week with Stafford, dominating one from the poster, I believe, but the racing was still fantastic from second on back. And it came down to a 2-lap shootout, and Trey White almost got there. He tried getting to the inside. If he was a little bit closer, he could have sent it in 3 and 4, but it was not enough for Trey White. So a much needed second place finish for a driver being in 10th in points. Great one from Mark Kennington for being 14th in points. Great one with Skylar Taylor for being 13th. A lot of drivers got going today that needed it. Derek Hamill in 4th, the point leader, will still be the point leader. How about Brian Beal, 7th in points? He was only 6 points behind Hamill. He's going to lose 1 point on Hamill, but he's going to gain points on everyone else. Maynard in 6th. Takashi in 7th, I know it. Burnett in 8th. Sam Dio in 9th. And Dorn in 10th. Nareem, not a good one at all. Didn't seem all night long, and finishes in 11th. Wano, Jordan Stout, Sean Martin in 14th. And then Ayers and Parrish, the 16 cars that finished on the lead lap. And unfortunately, Jack Haas flipped. He finished 18th. And unfortunately, Austin Scott blew a motor under the first caution. And that was a tough way for him. Boy, oh boy, that was a quick one, but it was a fun one. Langley Speedway definitely delivered here tonight. dominating one from Warren Kennington, but a great battle from second on back inside the top 10.
Yeah, that was quite a banger. I was talking to Nathan. Under the caution, I was like, Kennington has pretty much nailed the restarts all day. To my knowledge, he led every single lap, but especially on that last restart, I was nervous because he did not get a good enough jump. And Wright was right there going into turn number 1. I thought that was going to be it, and the commentator's curse finally got him. But Nathan, for once, the commentator's curse did not take effect. Well, if you exclude that caution. But my pick, Ronald Kennington, got the win.
Yeah, normally the commentator jinx. Normally you've been doing the curse, but hey, you got one right, and I bet Ronald Kennington's gonna be happy with that. His second win here in all the America Series combined, won at Kansas, and now wins here for the East Series. And we'll see what ends up happening throughout the rest of the season, because he might be able to make a late season charge on this one as well. We just have to wait and see. But the points are in, and it will be
suspense.
It will be Dale Hamill as the point leader still, and he has a 7-point lead over Kasumi Takashi is now going to be in 7th, but in second, 7 points behind. William Beal is in 3rd, -8. How about seeing with Dio? He has the most top 10s out of anyone. He has 4 top 10s in 4 races. For Mr. Edgenickel, Sam Dio barely got here tonight, got 9th, and he's in 4th in points, -9. And then Burnett and Weem are tied for 5th, -10. So it's still really close. 7, -7, -8, -9, -10. But Hamill is starting to pull away a little bit, a 7-point advantage over the rest of the field. Miller in -13, White -14, Kennington -15, and then Taylor -10, rounds out the top 10 in the point standings. Oh boy, Hamill's starting to pull away in this championship, but if he has one slip up in these final 4 races, it is going to be a championship fight once again. What's the final thoughts here, and what are you looking forward to for race number 5 in 2 weeks at North Wilkesboro for the East Series?
You know, it's always a treat to go back to North Wilkesboro, but I think especially right now going into Wilkesboro, which will be the official halfway point of the season, everybody behind Hamill has a target on Hamill. Now that he's growing that 7-point gap between himself and P2 in the standings, I think everybody's going to take a look at that, and they're going to turn up the heat from Wilkesboro on to the end of the season. I think we're going to see a great rest of the season, Nathan.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, we've always seen a lot of great short track racing, and like last season, this was the closest championship battle, and we'll see what ends up happening in the final 4 races of the season at North Wilkesboro, Indianapolis Raceway Park, Nashville Fairgrounds, and of course, New Smyrna. 4 races down, 4 races to go, and things are heating up here in the East Series. Can Hamill hang on and get a second championship on the channel, or will someone close in and strike? We just have to wait and see. 2 weeks from now, we will be at North Wilkesboro, and that's going to be fun. Until next time, and until ARCA tomorrow at Pocono, we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.